Brian Montopoli is senior political reporter for CBSNews.com. He joins us now with some insight about last night's results. Brian, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Drama in Ohio, a crucial contest in a crucial state. Romney would end up winning it by our projections here. But what's the overlying storyline here?
I mean, to me, Super Tuesday said, you know, if you're tired of this race, too bad, because we are going to keep going. I mean, Mitt Romney needed to win this Ohio contest handily, and he really could have used Tennessee, because that would have convinced people that, hey, okay, he has some credibility with these Southern voters, these conservative voters. He barely won Ohio, just like he barely won Michigan, and he wasn't able to win the Southern states. So Mitt Romney is still the front runner. I think he's still the clear favorite for the nomination, but Rick Santorum's not going to go anywhere. He got a boost of momentum in this race, and we are going to be counting delegates, I think, into June.
Do you see a repeat of Iowa, maybe, where we have a recount on Rick Santorum's end to maybe determine who's the real winner of this contest, or is this Romney's handily?
I don't see a recount, although I don't know. I mean, things are still shaking out a little bit. The key thing, of course, here is the delegates, not just the total vote count. And, you know, on that front, Santorum struggles, I think, from an organizational problem. I mean, he wasn't even eligible for all these delegates because he was running such a shoestring campaign for so long that he didn't do the paperwork to get all the delegates that are available. But, of course, he has a lot more money now, and he has a lot more ability to compete now.
Why was the contest even tight in Ohio to begin with? Romney outspent the other candidates, some would say by 4-1, yet we were almost tied earlier in the night. How did that happen?
You know, because Republicans just don't seem to like Mitt Romney all that much. I mean, I don't know.
Is it that simple?
I mean, really, it comes down to it. You can spend a lot of money. Look, what Mitt Romney has going for him is Republicans overwhelmingly see him as the most electable candidate, the guy who can beat Barack Obama. But they aren't excited about him. I mean, look at the Ohio exit polls. Only something like 35% said that they strongly back Romney. Romney voters said they strongly back him. 41% said they have reservations. I mean, people are not excited about Mitt Romney. I think, like in 2004, they're going to slowly come around the way that Democrats did around John Kerry. But I mean, they look at Rick Santorum, they see a guy who shares their values, they see a guy who is a true conservative, and they don't see that with Mitt Romney. That said, I do think it's ultimately going to be Romney, but I mean, he is going to have to really fight to get there. And keep in mind, Barack Obama is sitting back, raising money, sharpening his message, while these guys just go at each other. I mean,
Mitt Romney, he still did win Ohio, though. In terms of the Super Tuesday that he was hoping for, is this the night that he wanted?
No, absolutely not. He wanted to win Tennessee. He wanted to roll in Ohio. He wanted to create this narrative of inevitability. He wanted me to be here on your show and say, you know what, Mitt Romney has done it. He's just going to roll to the nomination. And that just didn't happen. I mean, Santorum won a lot of states. Romney barely won Ohio. And he's not inevitable at this point. There's still a lot of questions.
So everybody's talking like they're going to stay in. Do you see that happening?
I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Newt Gingrich. I mean, what Rick Santorum's people are saying, they're not quite calling for Gingrich to leave the race, but they're saying if Newt Gingrich would get out, if you combine Gingrich and our vote totals, then we're beating Mitt Romney. Now, some folks will say, well, not every Gingrich vote will go to Santorum, but I think a lot of them, you have to think there's more of a home with Rick Santorum for Gingrich voters than there is with Mitt Romney. So Gingrich is going to face a lot of pressure, but remember, we're in the age of the super PACs, where you can get one guy to pour a bunch of money into your super PAC, and then they'll run ads for you, and they'll allow you to stay competitive. And Newt Gingrich has that guy, this Las Vegas casino magnate called Sheldon Adelson. So if Adelson keeps dumping money in, Gingrich doesn't need to leave the race. That's the difference between this cycle and a lot of past cycles. In the past, you would run out of money if you were not doing well. This time around, you just need one guy in your corner, and then you can stay in the race all the way.
All right, we'll see what happens. Brian Montopoli from CBSNews.com. Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you.